I'm an addict for sneakers.
What's good, it's your boy DJ Delz back with a brand new sneaker podcast here at the Sneaker Addict Show for Saturday the 24th. Make sure to hit that like button if you're loving the show. And excuse my voice maybe sounding kind of crazy to some. I'm still under the weather, but the show must go on. Now let's get into it. Let's talk about today's releases. And as I said, if you love the show, make sure to hit that like button. It just lets me know that you enjoy listening. We'll start off with the LeBron 11 Low. That was a turbo blue colorway. I did a review on that. If you want to check it out, look in the box below, the description box. Along with the other shoes that I mentioned today, I did reviews on them all. And in my opinion, this shoe is fire right here. It looks sick on feet. I think the colorway is perfection. It is definitely a nice pair of shoes. And they're still available now in most sizes. If you're looking for them, go to the blog, thesneakeraddict.com, and I will put as much information as usual on all shoes over at thesneakeraddict.com. So make sure to go there, thesneakeraddict.com. That's an extension to this show right here. Now we'll move on to the KD Night Vision, aka Brazil shoe, which has a different kind of upper on these. I don't think it's a real leather. I think it's a fake kind of synthetic leather, but it feels like leather. And I may be wrong, it may be leather. It has actually like an ostrich leather on it, or design print kind of look to it. As I was saying, I don't know if it's real or if it's a synthetic, but definitely really nice. And I think those are more on the limited side of things. I may be wrong, but I think they are kind of limited. So if you were thinking about getting them but you're on the fence, I wouldn't sit on that fence too long. If you really want them, get them. If not, just pass on them. But if you're more on the side of you wanting them, I suggest going for them, because I think those are going to sell out quick. But there are sizes scattered around still available from what I've seen. And there also was a Kobe Phenomenon 4 that came out, which I'm not the biggest Kobe guy when it comes to these newer models. You know it if you watch the show on a regular basis. Just too much of the same, to me. They all look kind of the same to me. I'm more of a fan of the 7. The 8 is cool too, but the models, the earlier models, I like more than the newer models. But that shoe's available now, and that's in a nightshade purple Venom colorway. It looks nice, but as I was saying, it's just like with Kobe's, the cut is very similar. The way this shoe is cut, that low top look, it's very similar since the 6, 7, 8, low cut 9. They're all very similar. So I'm just bored of them. And then we'll take it to Jordan Brand. So you got the Air Jordan 2 in this iron purple infrared color. To me, this is really nice, and it is still available. I've seen it at a bunch of places. If you're looking for this shoe, shoot over to my blog, thesneakeraddict.com. It is $10.40 right now. So I don't know when this is going up, but right now at $10.40, there's still full size runs of this shoe. I don't think the Jordan 2 is doing very well. As far as, the general release ones, they seem to be still online, like the Dark Concord one, which I'm not complaining about. I love that. I love to see that Jordans aren't selling out, actual retros, because that's what's annoying nowadays. It's ridiculous, it's just really ridiculous. I remember last time the Jordan 6s released like crazy. I think it was it was 07 or 08. It may even been 06. I forgot exactly when. But when the varsity colorways came out and the infrared pack came out, the infrared pack flew off the shelves. But the regular Jordan 6s that came out, a lot of them hit the sales racks. It's just crazy now, how it is. I love seeing retros not selling out. To me, it's just a beautiful thing. But I think that the 2 is just not a popular model. That's what it is. The Jordan 1 that came out today, which isn't even an original colorway, in this Carmine colorway inspired by the Carmine 6, that flew off the shelves. I guess it's just, the fact that the Air Jordan 2 is just not as popular as the Air Jordan 1, because the Air Jordan 2 is coming out with new colorways, and they're just that's it. That's the only way to describe it. The quick strike ones fly off the shelves, but that's just because you got people that are just buying it, trying to, you know, catch those limited shoes. You know, they're collectors or resellers and whatnot. Or they may just like the colorway. There are people out there that actually just like the colorway, you know. But that's why the quick strikes just fly off the shelves versus some of the other colorways of the 2s. But yeah, this Carmine 1 flew off the shelves. I like the colorway, but I'd rather just wear the Carmine 6 than the Carmine 1. Like, I'd rather the 6. That's just what it is. So I didn't even think to get that shoe, but that shoe is long gone. I mean, maybe you could find it at certain retailers around your way, but online, I don't think you can find that shoe anywhere. And then last but not least, we'll talk about the major release, the big major release, which was, of course, the Carmine 6, which a lot of people have been waiting for forever. The shoe came out a few years ago, and came out in that countdown pack. Some heads didn't buy that pack. They didn't want the other shoe that came with it, so they patiently waited. I knew this was going to be a big deal, this shoe. It even trended on Twitter. When you see an actual shoe trending on Twitter on release day worldwide, you know it's a big deal, and it actually was trending for a little bit. And I wasn't shocked about that, being that, you know, this is a big deal. It's the Carmine 6. It's one of the hottest Air Jordan 6s ever. And I warned people, man, this was not going to be an easy release. And some people, you know, got their pairs easily. Shout out to everyone that got their pairs easily. You're lucky. But a lot of people, you know, were stressed out today trying to get their pairs because they had no luck with the raffles. And some got their pairs. They were patient. They kept trying and trying and trying. Right now, I'm looking at a few Twitter feeds from different retailers, and they're saying they have a couple of sizes available. The thing is, though, the way that these sites are set up, they do things a little differently. Sometimes they like slow down the process of what's available, so they won't let you put a shoe in the cart until a certain amount of people check out. Some sites, they won't even let you go on the site. They'll put the little countdown thing, and you won't even be able to go on the site because there's just too many people on the site. To avoid the site crashing, that's why they do that. So you got to be patient. You got to keep trying and trying and trying and trying, and you will succeed most likely. And if you're looking for a review on that shoe, including a comparison of the countdown pack model, make sure to look in the description box below. And check out that video. I also did an on-feet comparison where you see the yellow sole versus the blue sole. Being that, you know, the shoe's older now, the countdown pack model shoe's older, so it's got that yellow look to it. So a lot of heads, I think, will be entertained by that video. I also reviewed some other shoes. I can't remember off top, but I reviewed a bunch of stuff, as always. One thing I also want to speak about, I noticed today on Nike Store, they didn't have this countdown going before the shoe releases like they did with the Filipino Kobe shoe that released the day before. And the day before, Nike Store did kind of what Foot Locker does and East Bay does, where they actually have a countdown to the release. So there was a clock counting down when the shoes were releasing for this Philippines Kobe Quick Strike. Shout out to all the Filipinos out there. I am half Filipino. For some that may wonder or may not know, I am half Filipino. My father's Filipino. I had information on my blog. I was actually able to help some people get the shoe, which was cool though, you know. So shout out to anyone that was able to get the shoe through my blog. As I said, go to my blog, thesneakeraddict.com. I try to flood my blog with information to help you get your kicks for retail. And I'm just trying to give back to my followers out there that love the show, you know. Show that love. It motivates me to keep doing this. I'm sick right now. Like, I'm trying to speak. Like, throat hurts so much. It's killing me right now when I'm speaking. But, you know, I know that people want to listen to this. And I love to deliver material on a daily basis. So, I don't mind doing it. But, yeah, getting back to what I was saying with this countdown on Nike Store. They didn't do the countdown from my from my computer, I didn't see any countdowns when I was checking out all the releases today. They didn't do that countdown, and I hope they stop that. I hope they don't do that countdown thing that they did with the Philippine release ever, because I hate the countdown. I think that's whack. Some may like it. I don't like it at all. I mean, Nike Store's already like the worst as it is with picking up kicks. In my opinion, it's like the worst site ever. To me, that's like the site not to go to first, to be honest with you. I think it's, you know, it's just, I don't have any luck on that site. So maybe you do. There are people that do. I've got a friend that gets everything from there. He always has luck. Like, it's amazing. He don't use no bots or any, you know, kind of crap. Unless he's lying to me. You know, sometimes people be fronted. Yeah, I got this, I got that. I mean, they're not fronting like, I know he got the shoe because I'm going to see his ass wearing them next week. But, you know, people be fronted saying they don't use, you know, certain techniques on getting their kicks, and then, but they really are, you know. So who knows? But I'm pretty sure he's really just getting them, you know, just regular, the old school way, just when they release clicking on them. Maybe he got like a super fast computer or something. Who the hell knows? But yeah, Nike Store, I guess, gave up on that, or maybe they're gonna do that just with individual releases, like on a slow day where there's not like so many different shoes releasing all at once like today. I'm happy that they put that to rest for today, because to me that's just whack. And I noticed too that Nike on their site, they actually released the shoes at 8 o'clock versus 10 o'clock like they were doing in the past couple of weeks with Air Jordans. They kind of separated everything from Nike and Jordan. They put the Nike stuff out at 8 a.m. and then they put the Jordan stuff up at 10 a.m. This time they just threw everything out all at once. So, to me, I'd rather that also. I think that putting the Jordan stuff up later, it kind of screws everything up because it gives people a chance to double up, and people still didn't even get their one pair yet. And I know people that love doubling up may not like that, but you know, at the end of the day, I just think it's way more fair for people by just putting everything out all at once, because it gives people more of a fair chance, you know. And that's it for today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Just going through some of the releases, giving my opinions on a few things, and I will be giving more reviews in the next probably 48 hours. I shot a bunch of stuff that I just haven't had the chance to edit yet, just because I'm not feeling well. I reviewed the Dunkman Low, a bunch of sneakers I've reviewed, even some old stuff that I just realized I never edited. So you'll see old videos popping up this weekend. Also, leave your comments. Let me know about your thoughts on excuse me. Let me know your thoughts on games this weekend. Who do you got for this weekend? I think that as far as the Spurs and OKC, if OKC is going to win a game, it's going to be this upcoming one. And that's if they even win it. In my opinion, they really are showing that they needed Serge to be playing. And also, it's really sad to see KD not delivering. I really can't believe how he's not delivering. There is actually a video on YouTube where they caught, you know, on camera, Westbrook telling KD to wake up. I think he was like saying, it's hard. You kind of like, you know, reading his lips, but it seems like like he's tapping his head like, wake up, and he keeps doing it, wake up. And I don't blame Westbrook, because, you know, when KD's on, it's like such a problem. But when he's not playing, like he's not there, like it's sad, man, because he's either on or he's not. He needs to wake up. Serge is a big factor. Clearly, after seeing him not on the court for this long, this is bad. But who knows? He actually may play again. There's people that are saying that he may come back and play in the series. So that would be good. His injury is bad, but it's not bad enough where he can not play, from my understanding, what I'm hearing from reports. So we'll see. But I just think that the Spurs just have way too much heart, and they are just very well disciplined on the court. They're so focused, and their coach, man, Pop, is a beast. He is just the mastermind, you know, to this team. And you got all types of different players. You got young bucks that, you know, they are something else, man. Kawhi Leonard is a problem. And then you got your OGs in the game. Tim Duncan, man. This man is one of the best players ever. He's just not flashy, so people don't acknowledge him as one of the greatest. But one of the greatest. Parker, amazing. Ginobili's amazing. The whole team is out of here, man. Even Tiago Splitter. So my whole pick for the West, I think the Spurs, they may even just sweep away, man. They may sweep them. I think if they don't win this next game, OKC, they're getting swept. You could break out the brooms. And then with the Miami Heat, I don't know what the hell is going to happen with this. The Pacers have been like the weirdest team in the history of basketball. This Pacers team is so strange. I mean, they were kicking some serious ass during the regular season, and then they almost get knocked off by the Hawks. And everyone's like, what? Got past the next round, and now we're here. And I don't know, man. It looks like, you know, they may actually have a chance. They may actually have a chance. Am I rooting for them? No. I would rather Miami Heat win. I would like to see the Spurs versus Miami Heat. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers win for some strange reason. Just because, just the activity, man, on the court and even off the court. Just weird. If you follow them, you know exactly what I'm saying. It's just so weird. You see Roy Hibbert, like, not doing nothing. You know, you see the jokes on Instagram and on Twitter, people posting, you know, all kinds of funny things, goofing with Roy Hibbert, you know, comparing him to like a trash can, you know what I mean? Because he's been playing like trash for most of the postseason, and then he finally woke the hell up. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going to go down. Also, that last game, how funny was that flop from Lance Stevenson? Holy shit, that flop was hilarious. He fell to the ground, and then you just see his eyes open and then shut. And then open and then shut. And Jeff Van Gundy said that he called it the comical flop because it was just complete comedy. It was hilarious. Unbelievable. That was probably the funniest flop I've ever seen in my life. If you haven't seen that flop, check it out. So funny, that flop. You gotta see it. I mean, it's so funny when you see him. It's like he's like a little kid, you know, like trying to, you know, fool everyone. But he, you know, you're looking at him like, you're not fooling no one, you know. You're not fooling anyone, kid. Like, that's what I got out of it. I was dying laughing. Like, tears, you know. It was so funny. But getting to that series, I wouldn't count out the Pacers. I definitely wouldn't count them out. I don't understand this team, the way they're playing. It's so strange. 1 minute they're horrible, next minute they're winning. You know, Roy Hibbert goes from scoring 0-0 to doing the total opposite. It's the strangest thing, man. Maybe they got some kind of mind tricks going on. They throwing some Jedi mind tricks or something. I don't know what they're doing, but whatever it is, it's working. So I won't count the Pacers out. I know some people may say you're crazy. Delz, you're nuts. But I'm telling you, don't count the Pacers out. I definitely don't want the Pacers to win. I want the Miami Heat to play the Spurs. I need to see that matchup again. And I would not be surprised if the Spurs win. I would not be surprised. The Spurs are an amazing team. Some people say the Spurs are boring. I don't see how they're boring. I don't understand that. I know you hear it sometimes too. The Spurs are boring. The basketball they play is amazing, you know. And I love Pop, man. Pop is like one of the greatest coaches ever. I put him up there with Phil Jackson. Amazing. Man, Greg Popovich is amazing. And he's entertaining too. You gotta love when he speaks after the games. So, little basketball talk to finish it off. Because I'm excited. I would assume, we'll say 3/4 of the people listening to this show or watching, you know, the reviews are into sports, I would assume, since I'm mostly reviewing, you know, athletic shoes. So I would assume that, you know, you're into sports. So I definitely want to speak a little bit about sports here. And if you like that, make sure to sub to the Delz Show, and you will get more of that in the future. And let me know that you subbed over there and you want to hear topics too. Hit me up on Twitter. I'm trying to do something different, trying to do other stuff that I love, including sneaker stuff over at the Delz Show. Real entertaining. And shout out to Rozelle for the intro. If you're already subscribed, a few people were curious, is that Rozelle in the intro and that beatbox? Yes, that's Rozelle. That's my dude, Rozelle. And thanks for recording that intro, man. You know, they support what I do and I support what they do. So shout out to them. Shout out to Tracy. And that's it. Make sure to look in the description box below. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. I know people are barbecuing, cracking open some brews, making yourself a little drink. Don't drink and drive. As much as you feel like, you know, I could drive here. It's not that far. If you're feeling wavy, chill. Call a cab. If you could buy all these damn sneakers, you could call a damn cab. You know what I mean? Call a cab. Don't be cheap. Call a cab. Pick up your car in the morning. Or if you see someone that's sober, ask them to give you a ride, you know? Fellas, that may be a good way for you to, you know, hook up with something later. Or females too. Maybe you want to hook up with something later, you know. You see someone sober, bang. You know, you may be able to catch your ride. A little love advice from your boy, DJ Delz. But regardless, don't drink and drive. And be careful, even if you're sober driving. Be careful. You know, people drive crazy too. I always tell people that, you know, be careful about other people driving too. It's not always about you. On the holidays when people are drinking, some people drink and drive. They driving all crazy. You could be just chilling, and then bang, you get into a car accident because some asshole don't know how to drive. So be careful out there, all right? So be careful out there, and and that's it for today. Oh God, I hate this voice thing, man. I'm a workaholic. I need to be doing things. I can't just sit around and not do what I do. I love doing this. So you already know. I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. Make sure to hit the like button, and we out.
DJ Delz, you know I love you, love you, love you.
Haters just mad that we winning his plans. Raw status, y'all just follow commands. Young, rich, and just don't give a damn. No new friends, all about the Benjis and fam. Original like Adidas, top 10s be the meanest. Wavy since a fetus, big ego, I'm conceited. I don't give a fuck about you or your weak crew. Talking all that rah-rah till you see us come through. Then you're quiet, not a sound or an action. Trolling online, but a personal reaction. I don't care what you say, I'm doing me. Bigger threat, DJ Delz, free Max B.
I don't care what you want, care what you need. Care who you with, care who you been. Doing me, ho. I'm doing me.
DJ Delz, you know I love you.
You got some neighbors around you like to talk a lot. Smile, say how you doing, but when you off the block, they the ones talking shit about you. Some will even write the pigs about you. But for the most part, I gotta run my neighborhood. Got a problem, just holler you good. It's a beautiful day on the block. Chillin', cracking jokes, keep the youngins taking notes. Classic Snoop blasting out the window. Talk about drinking gin, smoking Indo. Pretty thing next door, fat ass, nice rack at the barbecue tonight. I gotta bag that.
It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. My homies getting paid in my neighborhood. Sunshine bright on my neighborhood. It's a beautiful day, beautiful day.
I'm fresh to death, like $1,000,000. Bigger threat, DJ Delz be throwing it up. The souls on my great 5-state ice. Healthy hating ass police wanna see us